last time we gathered together, we had just been deposited, or the Sky Breakers / Skymenders, name in progress, had just been deposited round of the Strongman Pepper. No, right now. And some nice. Yeah, off. Right now, Pepper. And they got distracted by a doggy. Oh, doggy!
And it was wholesome, and it was good.
And it was good. We just got a cat now. I've got a dog. You know how it goes. Anyway, so you delivered the sample of the Reckoning's energy. Altheon was all sorts of grateful, and the Inquisitor was impressed by you guys. She commuted the sentences of those who were wanted by the Empire. So the crimes had not been forgotten, but they weren't going to punish you for them. And then Altheon took y'all out for drinks at her favorite dive bar in the Oasis. A nameless, not too crowded, and stale-smelling sort of place. But the drink was plentiful and mediocre. Altheon was a pretty good drinking buddy. Occasionally, the conversation verged into some serious questions or random speculations that she'd had, but for the most part, she was content to just hang out and have fun. For the evening, several of you retired at responsible hours. Some of you did not. And one of you doesn't require any sleep, so could have stayed out however long he would have liked.
I am the party animal.
The
death of the party.
Next morning, guys in various states of hungover or not, were summoned again to the Strongman's compound to kind of just plan the expedition to Vovar. And on the way, actually, in the common room of the inn at which you were staying, Oswalt ran into two of his fellow blood hunters, one of whom was his, or still is, his mentor, grizzled old and battle-scarred Grutu named Vulcaryr, who's definitely not Vesemir.
I mean, that's true. It's a different name.
Yeah, totally not Vesemir at all.
Vesemir isn't a half-orc, gosh.
Exactly. Jeez. And another blood hunter, Azvatha, who he's less familiar with, but has met before. And they got to talking and had, through various happenstance, found themselves in the Oasis, either concluding or looking for typical blood hunter work, and now found the situation rather changed. They were planning, up until running into Oswalt, to help with the protection of the refugees as they evacuated from the Oasis. As Oswalt kind of filled them in on the goings-on and his association with the rest of you guys in your mission to go save the world, they were kind of like, oh, well, that sounds cool. We'll tag along if you want. So, so both Vulcaryr and Azvatha offered their services as part of this expedition if you would have them. Guys, with them in tow, made your way to the Strongman's compound, where took an unexpected turn. And the Grand Inquisitor to Veyyec and was all like, yo, who the fuck are you really? Because I'm pretty sure Veyyec's actually in Ulick, which is in Pentarchos, which is not here. So who the fuck are you? And the conversation got complicated. Zone of Truth was employed, to which Veyyec consented. And he leaned real hard into that. And a lot of things that didn't necessarily need to. But kind of admitted to being an evil jerk who would happily let all the party die if they got in his, or kill them if they got in the way of his aims. Didn't really care about any of them. Didn't like any of them. But also had nothing to gain from their deaths at the moment. And was still on board for this whole go fix the sky thing, even though he didn't really care about that either. Nuance there that I'm forgetting to recall or recount at this moment, but suffice to say, reactions to that, and basically everybody was like, fuck no, we're not going to Ulick, let's just go straight to Vovar. Not just because of perhaps the sense of betrayal or distrust in Veyyec, but also just because there were too many uncertainties there. Veyyec admitted, under the effects of the Zone of Truth spell, that he had no idea who this other Veyyec in Ulick might be, and suggested that that was some sort of imposter. You guys were all quite against going there, and the Grand Inquisitor kind of agreed. So you made up your minds to go straight to Vovar via Dragon, and pass up whatever help Veyyec's army, apparently undead army, might be able to lend. While all that conversation was happening, Althea had actually left the room because she was preparing a bunch of stuff for you guys to help on your expedition. And when she came back, first she was like, "Oh God, what just happened in here?" And second, she had managed to temporarily, it seems, fix Lyle. Had lent her the key, and she had done all sorts of crazy witchcraft and wizardry, but mostly just rolled ridiculously high on an Arcana check with a mending spell, and was able to restore Lyle to functionality, if only for a brief amount of time. And a now active Lyle was very grateful to Althea, kind of asked what he'd missed, and indicated that he had maybe a couple hours of juice that he could be active before the fix that Althea had applied stopped being effective. He said hi to y'all, was happy to see you all, and happy to hop back in the bag of holding to save his energy for when you might need him most. And Althea and her two other Dndnaturalfun compatriots also gave you guys a bunch of fun shit that they had either sourced or made, and that they thought would be helpful to you guys in facing off against the kinds of foes that you had thus far and kinds of dangers you had thus far encountered in dealing with the Reckoning. There were some scrolls of protection that would ward against aberrations. There were various items that would help with resistance to psychic damage, and some other useful spell scrolls, which Calavander happily took, and some of which were very impressive in their craft. Vendor maybe flirted a bit with Yahek's unfairly attractive and talented cousin, who turns out, in addition to being like super pretty and super talented, has such a fantastic memory that she doesn't actually use a spell book. And It's just like too good at everything. Really, she's the worst.
If Nofjor couldn't get Yahek, Calavandor moving in on.
Hey!
I'm also offended.
haven't yet asked if she's interested or if she's single.
Whoa, we just started this. It's like
Yeah.
not the thing yet. You're taking this too serious.
I'm sorry, who's that on the line?
I
It's
am,
my
but
kid,
I
I'm
am.
sorry.
But it's entertaining to do so. She gave you guys all this fun shit and agreed to finish writing a scroll. What did you end up settling on?
So
which
I
scroll?
have the following scroll of mental barrier and
I'm
scroll
not sure.
of anti-magic field.
Okay, so she finished writing the scroll of anti-magic field for you. While you guys, or basically agreed to finish writing that while you guys undertook whatever last preparations you wanted to. The Inquisitor, whose name was finally revealed when she introduced herself to Lyle. Her name is Grand Inquisitor Sienna. She bade you guys make whatever final preparations you needed to, and to meet her back at the Strongman's compound at dusk. At which point, y'all would depart on her dragon. Oh, he left the Strongman's compound. Now, stand outside in the courtyard. The gates remain open. There's only a few guards left here. Most are out in the city, seeing to the ordering of the evacuation of the people here. The sky in the west seethes with red energy, now clearly visible above the walls of the compound. So, as you stand in the courtyard here, Skymenders? Question mark? What would you like to do?
So we're outside in the courtyard and Altheon's not here.
She's finishing the scroll up for you,
Okay.
but yeah, she's still inside.
Alright, never mind.
You can go back inside if you'd like.
I know how to do this, alright?
If the DM tells you how to flirt, you listen to the DM.
I'm not telling you how to play. Just saying, you're outside, she's not, but there's nothing stopping you from going back inside.
Mm-hmm.
John, any other actions?
Guess not.
So-
Kale, any other actions?
Yeah, heck.
That's me.
Do you mind giving me that sending stone back?
Sure.
Thank you.
Pass it over.
Which one?
The one he used to contact Scravenok.
Contact who? Sorry, you got that.
Scravenok!
Okay.
That's the one I figured, so I passed that one over.
Oh no.
Just put it back in my bag.
Okay. Adjust your inventories accordingly.
Do we ever get that is Veyyec wearing the key?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. I'll ask him to give it back, yes.
So we
plan at dawn?
I guess.
If it's all
Told to
this,
meet back here at dusk, but you can plan whenever you feel like.
Oh hey, what's up, Kaladin?
hi. Sorry, a lot of big words thrown around in there. Didn't really want to step on anybody's verbal toes, you know.
Say what you will, child.
See, I'm not the only one that can do impressions. He does a phenomenal me.
So Oswalt.
Yeah.
You got your buddies here. It's,
Yeah, I do. I need to talk to him.
It's a real boost to our, I guess, sky mending efforts, right?
Yeah, I mean, the more people we have, the easier this is gonna be.
Do they have Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I was just curious, like, they seem pretty badass, you know? Are they like you? They seem like the same,
What do you mean?
like, you're not really like warriors, you're like kind of, I don't really know how to describe you.
At
How would you describe you?
Are you interviewing him? What are you doing?
what do you mean?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Wait,
Like,
we're not
you're like
really.
bounty hunters, right?
Calibandor has
Yeah.
a newsletter.
Yes, I would call us bounty hunters.
Okay, that's cool.
You guys don't need anything of me, do you? For right now, and I'll just reconvene here back at dusk.
Well, I'd like it if you didn't kill me in my sleep.
No promises, and I walk away.
Yeah. How about before you do?
Hmm?
The cleric in a bottle you're carrying. Well, because you care so much about us,
Cleric in
why
a
don't you
bottle?
hand your little artifact?
What?
That healing thing you have?
Oh, yeah?
If you care so little for us, you might not be the best person for that.
Well, sucks that I have it, doesn't it? And I continue walking away.
So we're gonna kill him, right?
By the way, did I miss? Like, how much did I miss of the very? Because I feel like I missed a very emotional or tense conversation.
Yeah, it was pretty tense.
I mean, if you guys want to kill him, I'm up for that.
No, we're not gonna kill him. but
No, he seems
I
like
mean-
a nice.
I mean, I'm definitely not trusting him.
Veyyec
Yeah, but-
walks away. Vulcaryr and Azvatha kind of have been keeping their distance from you guys, but as he walks away, Vulcaryr walks up to you, Oswalt, and kind of as you finish saying that, you sure we shouldn't kill him now? It's kind of
Yeah.
like the thing we do.
Yeah, no, I know, but I mean, he's more useful to us than detrimental at this point.
He has the only thing that can heal us, and he just admitted to not giving a shit about any of us.
Yeah.
He might learn to.
No. I don't think he will.
Well, if nothing else, the person he possessed is still in there somewhere.
I mean, was Malik much better?
He was more
Well,
upfront.
I never met him, but I like
I'm
to
just gonna
think
tell
I
you-
know him pretty well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you no. Malik wasn't much better.
Hmm.
But, you know, it is what it is.
So is
We
there
have
like,
him and
is there like a process for like gathering paperwork to like get someone out of the Skymenders? Like, do they have to talk to a representative?
yeah, actually they need to cash out their profit sharing.
Oh,
They
you do
need
profit
to-
sharing.
Yeah, we do profit sharing.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah.
any public official, you liquidize all of your assets and only work in index funds.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about that, but you know, yeah. All I know is that's profit sharing. Our old favorite group leader actually is one who decided that.
Bitch.
Yeah, fearless leader. Hmm.
Yeah.
Only a portal to the elemental plane of finance opens up beneath your feet.
Oh, money does grow on trees.
Oh, that almost went up my nose. Oh, fuck.
But yeah,
Reese's
we
been murdered.
yeah, I mean, maybe we should kick him out, but for right now, he's not near us, right?
Well, you know, you made that agreement with Malik, didn't you?
That what?
Your profit sharing agreement.
Technically, the guy who did that's also dead, so, you know.
Did you make that agreement with Veyyec?
I'm gonna go with yes.
Mhm.
I know the answer's no, but I'm gonna go with yes.
Alright, so I guess we're... Wow, it's just weird having time to breathe.
Were you guys wanted for like a long time?
I mean, ever since I ran away from my slave mistress, yes.
We're
Uh.
wanted for a long time.
Wait, no, were we actually wanted for a long time? I feel like over the course of 2 weeks, we became Shador's most wanted.
And
Right.
you became most wanted over like a really brief period. It's been a while since then, so there's been a lot of traveling involved.
It's been a
I,
while.
I have the dates somewhere, but I mean, it hasn't been forever.
Less than a year.
Indeed. On the order of months. You know, like less than 2 months, probably. Oh. Well, Oswalt.
Yeah.
I trust your judgment.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, keep an eye on him. He's...
Maybe 2.
yeah. If we do one for each of us, we'll have a bunch of eyes on him.
I check them for extra eyes.
Roll a perception check.
Grant us eyes.
Okay. I'm terrified. That would be a 12
He doesn't have any extra eyes you can see.
that I can see.
Wait.
But I am an illusion wizard.
It's also true.
I feel like that's your response to everything.
The cavern doesn't appear to be trapped, but I'm an illusion wizard.
Indeed, you are.
I suppose. So,
Um. Well, yeah, weren't exactly planning on undertaking such a long expedition. So, Azvatha and I are going to do some stocking up of our own. Unless you need us for anything, we'll meet you back here.
No, it sounds good.
If you think of anything in particular, you know.
Do you guys need anything? I think I'm pretty good. Let's see. No, I got my 1 potion. I'm good.
I mean, I'm always up for scrolls, but like, there's a lot coming at me right now.
I'm broke, so I think I'm okay.
That's true. Yeah, we're all broke.
Excuse me.
Right.
Can you sneeze anymore, Caladan?
No.
Cool.
Do you ever have to just, like, clear your nose of, like, dust and stuff?
I mean, probably I haven't noticed.
Ew.
The other blood hunter, human woman, Azvatha looks at you, Caladan, and is like, so, really that other guy was like the showstopper in there, but,
Oh yeah. I inadvertently made a blood pact when I was dying in the slave gladiatorial pits. For my soul that I didn't know I was making for a magic sword. Turns out the sword is an ancient Kivaraxian warrior that may or may not be dead, and is currently its powers reanimated me after I met another one of the wielders of one of his blades, and then Skavnok booned me wings after our group was tricked into helping him release a bunch of shit. Any questions?
I don't know, that was pretty clear, actually. Thanks.
Yeah, well, you know, I try to be succinct.
Cool. We don't need to kill you or anything, right? You're good. You're still good.
The only thing I've been told to do is find the other people with weapons, and none of y'all have those weapons, so I could care less what he says at this point.
I nod.
Just making sure. I meant no offense. Just
None taken.
apparently, people you've been traveling around with are actually like evil dicks. So just
Hmm.
I mean,
Yep.
full disclosure, the thing that gives me this is very evil.
Oh, I
What?
assume when you said an ancient Cavaraxian, yeah, those are kind of by definition pretty evil. But
Yeah, so but I
is this
mean,
the kind of thing where he doesn't pay too much attention to you? Like, when's the last time you heard from
at
this
least a
entity?
month.
Yeah, well, then you're probably fine.
I hope so.
He's just as distracted as all the other gods and immortals seem to be by whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss Asphirian.
So there are like any of you that are like not with the that are with the Quelliar?
Well, they're dead now, unfortunately.
Well,
Or
it seems
missing.
like you have a pretty low mortality rate or a high mortality rate.
Well, we had to be fast learners, and not all of us were very fast learners.
Is that why you died?
Oh my.
Oh boy. Ah. Well, I'm glad I'm with the smart ones.
I mean, yeah, Heck's the smartest. From what I tell, he's the only one of the original group left.
Hi.
I mean, I could just tell by looking at him. He's a tough nut to crack.
I mean, apparently his comes from like the fucking purebred of stock. Jesus, whoever that is.
Hmm.
Probably know some of your cousins then, except that one. I don't know how I didn't know her.
No idea how anyone could interpret that. What did you just say?
Azvatha's like, all right, Vulcaryr, time to get going. We'll meet you back here. Yeah, heck, your cousin, super hot.
Who's saying that right now?
The other Blood Hunter.
You hear a voice in your head.
God
Yeah,
apparently is still
yeah.
here.
You hear Scravenok in your head, being like, yo, dude.
Scrav, dude.
That's my cousin.
He's he's allowed to. Scravy's my guy.
Paladin's so mad right now.
Judges and daddy issues.
Heck, you do actually hear in your head voice say, super hot.
Super hot.
And
Just started
Vulcaryr
doing slow motion.
and Vulcaryr and Azvatha walk away. Because they were planning on escorting this refugee caravan and not going on an expedition to the desert. So they have their own preparations to make.
Oswalt, do they?
Yeah.
Do they do the same things that you do?
You mean kill monsters? Yeah.
That's what
I
I
mean,
was asking before.
Like the skill set that you have, your connection to the Faceless One, is that what they have?
I mean, Kaladin, I didn't expect this from you. Not all of us are the same.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm fucking ignorant of most of the world. I grew up in a cell. Forgive me for trying to add to my knowledge. Have I ever come across somebody that is very couth when they speak? I don't even know what the word couth means. But
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know what that means either.
You're being very couth right now, though.
To tell you the truth.
It's really frustrating, honestly.
It's still coming back up.
Yeah, Azvatha has the same skill sets as me, but not everyone has that ability.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you teaching me something.
And you
Yeah.
didn't have to charge.
It's true.
Do we need anything to eat? Do we need like food, water?
No, I mean, water we have. I have this decanter, and I wipe the acid slime off of the outside of it.
Fortunately, it's a magic item. It's fine. And the Grand Inquisitor said she'd take care of all like sort of basic provisions, supplies, whatnot. So you should be set on that front.
What
I can
about
make fake food.
esoteric supply? I don't even know what that word means either. I've heard people say it.
What is this? What are we doing right now? Are we in like poetry class or?
Listen, I was just around a lot of really fancy people, and apparently it dumbfounded me into like not speaking. So it's just all kind of coming out right now.
Yeah, you need to get like gooder at speaking. Or something, man.
You know what?
It's true.
I could improve. I could be gooder at speaking. I could be slightly gooder at speaking.
There we go.
Well,
Pretty good, Earl.
takes a dime a dozen.
I don't know what that means.
To cast certain spells, you need diamonds, so he's saying we should get a dozen of those.
So are we going?
Oh.
Are we going to sleep now, or?
We're waiting till dusk.
It's like 11 in the morning or something. So
Oh,
Yeah, so
God.
should we actually sleep?
Well, let me check my book.
I didn't realize we were all like so friendly.
Check my book here.
I was
Spells.
basically like got up and went to this meeting.
Oh, I'm tired.
Now it's like almost lunchtime, so you guys have a few hours to do whatever it is you'd like to do in the Oasis. And if there's nothing in particular you want to do, that's fine too.
Well, I will ask, is it possible to, like, relax for the day so that if we travel through the night, we don't get exhaustion? Like, prep that way? Does that make sense?
If that's how you want to spend the time you have, sure, you could do that.
We're traveling on a dragon, though.
Are we?
Yeah, but it's still going to take 2
Has
days.
that been determined?
2 days.
I mean, what else are we doing?
Do they have like? Would I know of a spell that prevents exhaustion?
Yeah. I mean, Greater Restoration can remove exhaustion.
We need those diamonds.
Do you know that spell?
No,
It's not an illusion spell, so I doubt it.
I don't know it.
I'm
Should we
gonna
buy diamonds?
I'm gonna help Oswald do whatever he needs to do, but otherwise I'm just gonna wait till dusk.
Yeah, I don't really got anything to do.
I'm gonna do the One Punch Man workout.
I do want to talk to Azvatha at some point.
So
Uh,
you could probably go find them if you want. You could go find them if you wanted to.
okay. Sure, I'll do that.
I'm gonna go back inside to the Althean.
Oh, he's putting on the moves.
Oh!
All right.
Someone
she's-
following any of these people, or that's fine. Okay, so
Veyyec just stands out in the.
everyone else just stands there and
I'm gonna go for a walk or something. I'm gonna like do drugs or something.
Go for a light yog.
I'm gonna go for a light yog.
Oh no! I left him alone with the infinite bag of drugs. No, did he give it?
like, you actually sold that as part of the massive item exchange on the Sunset
Rip.
Voyager. So,
I left during that. I'm sorry.
I was kidding.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
that was a
That was a bad day.
well, drugs can absolutely be found in the Oasis if you're looking for them. There's very little that's straight up illegal here, so
even with everyone leaving.
I mean, it'd be harder to find, but
Legal seafoods.
just generally, like if there's something you want to go out and try to find or do, just let me know. But anyway,
The
so
Applebee's in the Oasis.
so Calvander, you go back inside,
Mhm.
where you the guards let you in. And the main palace building itself is not terribly full at the moment. But a number of the strongman's household staff are now moving through the various halls, gathering his valuables, like large framed works of art, various vases, and other valuables are being collected for transport. Um, you make your way into this repurposed banquet hall, and there Altheon remains deep in concentration as she finishes this incredibly powerful spell scroll.
Okay. I'll just sit and watch like what she does, like try to like I don't know, follow along.
So she notices you come in and kind of gives a wave and a little smile, like, "Hey, is,
Mouth
quick?
dry.
Back so soon?"
Oh, I'm just just wanted to see how it's going. I'm very interested in the same subjects as you, so magic and all that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to, you don't have to sit that far away here. If you want to see how
Oh.
this is being done,
Yeah. All right.
And like holds the scroll over so you can better see what she's doing.
I try to subtly wait. Where is it? I press the digit. Press the digit. Take like a minty breath smell. Can I
You're
do
trying to
that?
be very subtle about this.
Yeah, just like.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh please. Oh please.
Oh no!
I can't wait.
5.
Yes.
She notices you do it and just goes like,
I just pretend I didn't do anything. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, as she continues to write, yeah, as you noticed before, like it's a very impressive piece of arcane craft. This scroll that has been like inscribed and enchanted in such a way that basically the last few steps to turn it from like base powerful abjuration magic into any of a couple of very powerful spells can be done fairly quickly. So it remains very impressive, and watching her work is also very impressive. I think an Arcana check here.
21. Pretty low.
Yeah, I mean the craft is impressive and beautiful, but you don't see or necessarily learn anything that you could necessarily transcribe to your own like spell book. It's kind of like too intricate and too different from how you would usually notate magic.
Alright, I just watch pleasantly.
Doesn't make she like responds if you ask her questions, but
Yeah.
and like not being impolite or anything, but it's concentrating pretty hard on what she's doing.
Oh yeah, I get it.
So that'll take her a couple hours. You're welcome to sit with her, but if you'd like.
I'll just like slowly take out a cold one.
Okay.
Do they have canning technology? Am I about to make a really loud snap sound?
If you want to.
I just want to try and fail, obviously, because can't. Just like
I'm just imagining him putting like a mug of ale and then waiting a moment and just going. Sorry, continue. Sorry.
I like that. I like to crack open a cold one and just see what I can learn.
Oh, would you mind getting one of those for me too? It's super great.
Oh yeah, sure. And then I walk out and like fast walk, and I'm like, shit, where did Aelin go?
Where
go out
did
to-
it go?
I go out to the courtyard.
You see me doing laps.
Okay, great. Aelin, Ale, Ale.
I
Not
look
your
in every
nickname.
direction.
Hey,
yeah.
you'll toss me a
yeah,
cold one, man.
I can't. You made my jar make mayonnaise.
You got some on you.
Fine.
Just one. I owe you one, man.
I toss him a burrito.
Dude, I'm making moves, bro. Making moves. All right, good luck on your workout. I'll talk to you later, man. All right,
Yeah.
see ya. And then I speed walk back.
I do like 10 laps around him as he's running back.
The wind just as Aelin runs ridiculously fast circles around you.
Oh god, he's a monk. That's right. You're fucking my hair, dude. My hair.
I fix his hair on one of my laps.
Shake
All right.
hands.
Just get. All right. All right. Go back in. I slow down before I get in there. Take a. Okay. And then just go back in casually, of course. Casual, cool.
Of course.
Oh, here you go. Just got it right now.
Yeah. She smiles at you and takes it.
Mhm.
Cheers to fuck, what should we cheers to?
Well, your exceeding talent.
DM, I have a question.
Why? Why?
Who has the jug?
Alchemy jug?
Yes. Who's currently
It-
going to be the one drinking out of the alchemy jug?
Aelin.
Oh shit! No. Okay. Wait. Never mind. Ah, fuck that up. Shit.
DM, I have a question. Who's got the right to bang my cousin? Sorry, go on.
This is really weird, guys.
You're the one making it weird.
I mean, you're the one
fucking
playing
weirdo.
fucking dating sim over here, but I'm enjoying it. Go for it.
Oh, that's a good point. I'm sorry.
She she chuckles and is like, very flattering of you, but I was thinking about like to saving the world or like shit like that, but you know.
All right. I mean, saving the world's cool too.
Oh, God damn. You could've
Insight check.
been- You could have been like, I'm saving your world. God.
Roll
You
an
are
insight
my
check. What are
world.
you thinking for?
Dude, I'm the world's worst.
what
Everything.
are you trying to ascertain?
Does she like me?
Roll an insight check.
Sorry, guys.
My 17 years of ineptitude at realizing that demands that this AC be high.
Johnny's bad. Calavander's not as bad.
Nonetheless, I mean, hard to tell if she is particularly or personally interested in you, or just friendly and being polite. You're not sure.
But does she like him?
Having
Wow.
flashbacks to Hey Arnold.
I didn't get to that question yet.
You know, it's weird. Calavander, I don't know why they kept this from you until now, but in my people's culture, when a male falls in love with a female, she physically castrates him.
Did you just come into the room and say that?
Before their consummation, it's really... And their first consummation, in fact. So, not even like...
Do you know how praying mantises reproduce?
Oh,
I just turn to Oswald and just say, Nande are weird.
You're the one making this weird.
oh. So hard to tell. And she goes back to writing her scroll.
Okay.
But yeah. So Aylin's still in the courtyard working out. Oswalt, you want to go find Azvatha? Quickly. They don't have that much of a head start. But make a quick investigation check.
Make it quick. What's a muscle bro?
Someone who looks swole.
What a dumb question, John.
Man, this is not my day.
Well, I need an investigation check from you, and I didn't hear you if you said it already.
You're
You're
muted.
Sorry,
muted.
I was muted. 13.
Okay. Takes about 15 minutes or so to catch up with them. You find them at basically like a shop not too far from the Strongman's compound, with which you're familiar and which you anticipated they might go to. They're procuring just various basic supplies, and before they move on to more exciting errands. Well, hello.
Hello. Can I just talk to you real quick? Not in a shop.
Yeah, sure. Like, both of us, or you just want me? But-
Either one.
Like, busy haggling with the shopkeeper, kind of like waves to you, but hasn't heard you.
Just you.
Well, looks a little busy at the moment.
Yeah.
She steps out with you. What's up, Mr. Silvereyes?
You know how to get through what we went through? We sort of asked more powerful beings to give us strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, how has yours been?
Oh. Kinda weird of late. But I've never gotten the sense that the power I bargained with cared much for my existence or what I did with its gifts.
Have you ever thought about finding a different way or using your powers to go against that being?
And I'm sure the thoughts crossed my mind, but there haven't been that many downsides to this bargain I've made, so I haven't seriously pursued it. It's just a big 3D looking starry thing that doesn't seem to care what I do or not.
Okay. Because, mine, I didn't think cared about me until it tricked me to, and I point at the sky.
Well, suppose that could happen to me someday too. Hasn't yet.
We were in the spirit realm.
Ooh. Exciting.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. There's a glass leviathan and everything. Oh, it's fun.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, no, it's. But we got a chance to speak to a god, and they
Wow,
basically.
man. Awesome.
Yeah, it was great,
He's
but
like holds out a fist to fist bump you.
I bump it.
Hell yeah.
But he basically told me that. Wait, hold on. Sorry, Blim, out of game. Shador, we know that. Okay, I just want to be. I want to make sure I'm good.
Not all of the gods do identify with gender, but Shador is generally perceived as male.
Okay, I figure I would know that because of Forge.
It's all he ever talked about.
He basically
I
told
saw
me.
Shador's huge schlong.
He's
And
got dad.
He
He's
bathed
got
me in
dad
his
dick.
light.
Get out.
Yeah, he basically told me that I'm sort of stuck with it, but I can use this power to do whatever I feel like, and I was just wondering what your take on that was.
I certainly don't have the same level of insight into these kinds of things as the god of invention of an industry himself. I mean,
That's a good point. You make a good argument there.
but I'm not gonna disagree. It seems like it's kind of right. As gods often are.
Yeah, it's fair. What I will say is, that's the entire reason your god hasn't, that your being hasn't been, talking or communicating to you and feeling a little iffy. Oh, we saw him kill a god or something. Absorb a god?
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Oh, so
That's
my thing's your thing, right? Like,
Are they?
are they?
Hold on. Do you
Are
just
you
hear,
saying what?
do you just hear like buzzing sounds all day? Every day?
Sometimes.
Oh, maybe it is the same thing.
What does your patron look like?
Nothing. And a red dot.
Hmm.
And like
Maybe.
stars. But like nothing.
Yeah, the stars sound familiar. The red dot doesn't.
Like have you ever like seen one of those pictures where the triangle's coming at you and going into the page?
Maybe.
That's what it feels like.
I'm just gonna leave this as a maybe, but So anyway, since you're here, look, Vulcaryr and I were talking. This Veyyec guy.
Yeah.
Do something
So,
about
yeah.
that before we go.
Well, he's been Okay, so you heard the story, right? Basically, apparently, I don't know how much to believe him. Apparently, he was inside of an amulet that Malik had. Malik was the body.
Huh?
I don't remember this because of, and I point at the tentacles in the sky,
Huh?
but apparently he got his head chopped off. And then Lyle saved him, the little orb thing. It saved him. And since then, he's been super weird. And
Oh.
like,
Getting-
more masochistic than usual. So,
And getting your head chopped off does tend to change your outlook on life.
yeah, but now he thinks he's this like
I
crazy
imagine.
old wizard or something. And apparently he can raise the dead, but he's never done it, so I don't know if I believe him. And now he's in charge of a nation?
Sounds a lot. Okay, so maybe that's all true. Or maybe he got his head chopped off, and when it got put back on, things didn't get put together quite right, and now he's just crazy.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking too.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know he said all that shit under his own of truth spell, but if you really believe those things, as in the case of insanity, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. I mean, I'm hoping you're right, because otherwise, you know.
Okay, I mean, usually it's the most straightforward solution to the problem that's the real solution, right? I think he's just crazy, but he still seems kind of crazy, so.
Yeah, I think here's how I'm gonna treat it, because I mean, he is a pretty good fighter. Not as good as me, but pretty good.
Sorry, couldn't keep that one in.
You know, he's not as good as me, but you know, he's a pretty good fighter.
Huh.
So he's pretty good to have around. I believe that he's not gonna backstab us for now. Like for Vovar, I believe he's not gonna backstab us. But I do not want to go to Ulick with him without keeping both my eyes squarely pointed at him while he's in front of me.
All right.
So
Well.
I'm gonna keep one eye on him and one eye on Vovar. Eye and a half on Vovar, half an eye on him.
All right. Well. Vulcaryr trusts your judgment, and I will too.
I mean, I am happy you guys are here though, because as much as I trust the others, I mean, Aelin and Calvandor, I really just met. Veyyec, I mean, you know, I don't really, trust him. Yaek is... Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad. I can't really tell.
But he's got all the useful connections to the bigwigs up top, right? So that's
that's
useful.
fair. No, I mean, I trust him. I don't think he would backstab me, but sometimes I just feel like, I don't know, he's just thinking about other things. And I mean, he also had a god helping him, and then he just blew her off to get with Skravenok. So... Oh yeah, John, I'm doing this on purpose. So... Yeah, I mean, I trust him. Again, he's no Veyyec. I do trust him. Aelin and Calvandor seem fine. Aelin can fight, oddly enough. Spencer, you hear nothing of this.
That's what I'm saying spiritually. I feel you're on my shit list. Bitch.
So yeah, it's nice to have a few more people to watch each other's back.
Well, sure hope. Just hope it's worth it. That's all. You're right about all this.
I mean, I want to fix the sky, so as long as it does that,
It's like a good plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as it does that, I'm happy.
Point Vulcaryr kind of stomps out of the shop. Well, that was a pain in the ass. Wanna come with us for the rest of our errands? Just got a few more stops to make. Nothing too exciting.
Yeah, sure, I'll help him out.
You can tell us about a bit more about your grand adventures.
Sounds good.
As they lead you off on whatever their errands are. You recount your grand adventures. Alden, anything in particular you want to do, or you just want to stand in the courtyard and watch Aelin work out?
I mean, I was gonna go with Oswald because I said I was gonna go with Oswald.
Oh shit! Sorry.
But as soon as I saw him meet up with his former training companions, I petered back towards the courtyard, and I'm just gonna start. I'm not gonna say a word. I'm just gonna stay next to Aelin and just start doing everything he's doing, but like half a second later, and like definitely not as good.
We start doing sit-ups with each other.
I feel like I should feel pain, and I feel like I'm not doing these as good as I should be doing.
If it's not hurting, it's not working.
You and I need to have a talk.
Roll a d20, Caladan. Just for fun's sake.
Seven.
Yep, your performance is definitely inferior to Aelin's. But yeah, doesn't hurt. Only so fast you can coax your body to move.
I feel like he's not even sweating; he's glistening. And the fact that I know the difference and I'm noticing the difference. Oh my!
Here, drink this. It'll help you get those gains. And I hand him my alchemy jug full of mayonnaise.
I will drink the whole thing with.
That's 2 gallons of mayonnaise.
Yep.
He's dead.
Drink the whole thing.
Still doesn't make it look any more appetizing.
Does he know it's mayo?
I just told him to drink this.
Does he,
realize
know,
it's not
does he
an
recognize the taste of mayo?
Food turns to ash in my mouth.
Yeah, it's like there's some distant that some part of your intellect recognizes as maybe that's what mayo tastes like. It's a little more viscous than ale would be. You're like aware of the texture, but
Is this
drinking
just
anything else really?
like shitty water? Like, what did you just give me?
It's an exotic, I guess, workout meal called mayonnaise, and it's instrumental.
Man, it sounds like a human word.
Yeah, I believe instrumental is a human word.
Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise sounds like a human word.
I don't even know what that is.
Neither do I. I continue doing shitty sit-ups next to him. That's it. That's all I do.
Yeah, heck, Vic, anything you guys want to do?
No.
Question.
Huh.
How does sending stones work?
You're a wizard.
Well, I mean, you've seen them used before, and I'd say at this point you have enough exposure to them that you generally know that you can basically use them to duplicate the effects of
the
sending
action
spell
of
once per day.
using a sending stone. Is it like a verbal and somatic? Do you have to actually speak the words out, or is it more telepathic?
I should double check. I forget. Do it has a verbal component, so I assume that means you have to actually talk.
Okay. Yep. I do nothing. Just wander around.
Okay. With any particular aim, or just wandering?
Just wandering.
Hey, Veyyec, you want to work out?
Not back by them.
Ah, he's missing out.
Yeah, the town is it's beginning to empty out. There's like some scuffles and fights that break out. But generally, with the help of the Imperial Army, it seems like the evacuation is going reasonably orderly. Um, you all pass time in various ways. Generally, any mental preparations you need to. The heat of the day passes, and as the sun moves towards the west and begins to pass behind the energy tendril cloud, the light turns to this terrible, seething red. And eventually, for those of you who are at the compound, you hear the familiar sound of a dragon's wings as the Tanrakar circles the compound once, then with two more great beats of his wings, settles down in the courtyard. And still, upon his or on the back of his neck is the Grand Inquisitor. But whereas before she was just riding without any accoutrement, now the dragon has been outfitted with what looks like some sort of elaborate multi-seat saddle, kind of at the back of his neck, and so it looks like it can seat more people more comfortably. But he's also carrying his two front claws, what basically look like kind of like large basket-like constructions with slings on them, because the saddle has seats for four, and that's about as much space as there is between the back of his neck and where his wings go, and it starts getting real hard to ride. So some people are going to can ride up top, but some people are going to need to be carried. Like this saddle is part of this fairly elaborate harness type structure that has numerous like bags, compartments, rolls of what look like perhaps tents or bed rolls, many like satchels and pouches attached to it, and the kind of strapped to the dragon's like sides are two maybe oblong kind of like ellipsoidal metallic pods of some kind, made of some kind of silvery metal. Okay. As it grows towards dusk, y'all eventually find your way back here. And as you do, the Inquisitor has now hopped off the dragon. So, I trust you all have made whatever preparations you deemed necessary for the journey.
As ready as we'll ever. Sorry.
I clap him on the back. Sounds like
Clap him on the cheeks.
I clap his cheeks.
All right.
I pet the dragon.
Yes. Well, do we have anything more we need to discuss, or shall we just get going?
Do we know any more specifics on what's over there? If the tentacles have reached there yet?
Not that I've been able to ascertain.
What are
Have
those
you?
tubes on the side? No. Sorry.
Is Altheon out here?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, I just had a thought. We can probably ask Altheon or someone else with the proper spellage to take a look. I don't have any of the right spells prepared today,
Why
but
don't you ask Alkian?
I mean, I was going to, but waiting for her to come out. That scroll finished, you know?
Sure.
A terrible idea. She probably could undertake such a thing for us.
Probably.
Give it a good scry.
Good scry or two. Scry myself, just,
Sometimes you just have to scry it out.
You were asking what those were?
Alright, scry me.
I didn't mean to interrupt my companion. Yes, what are those
Oh,
tubes?
please interrupt them.
Yeah, what are they? What do they do?
Well, they are additional combat power should we require it.
Could you
Well,
be slightly less vague?
I trust you to, or you have encountered Dark Phenomena before?
Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
boy.
No,
those
not at all.
They fold up fairly compact and... Oh. Those are versions specifically meant to be able to be carried by dragons. They are not quite as durable as our normal models, but they are still effective.
Hmm. Impressive.
These pods are about maybe like 6 feet long, and maybe like 3 feet in diameter at their thickest, and they taper gently to these like really long ellipsoids. Yes, they can be deployed should we find their...
Well, I don't think there's any use gathered around sitting here. Oswalt, are your two friends coming with us? Oswald, I think you have something over your mouth. You can try one more time.
Yes, they are coming.
Well, I can't say it's going to be a very comfortable ride. Welcome to make yourselves as comfortable as possible. We will fly through the night.
I'm
We will
sure
break.
this mighty, majestic beast will be a most comfortable ride.
How do you ride one of the baskets?
I prefer to ride up top.
That's fine. But you ride in a basket.
What's that saying? Keep your enemies close?
I like to think we're not enemies just yet. Or are you suggesting we are?
Oh, no, of course not. You don't stand in my way.
She just kind of gestures at one of the sling baskets that are strapped up to the dragon's forelegs.
I walk over to it. I pat the dragon. So these are mighty fine stirrups. Are you enjoying them? And I sit in the basket.
Dragon kind of turns its enormous head towards you.
Does she feed you well? Change your litter?
Bring this one.
I go sit next to him.
Yeah. Kind of sniffs you.
It's a long story. I say in Draconic.
Draconic, he responds. Perhaps we'll have some time. Are willing to shout it over the wind. Alright, well. And there she comes now. Indeed, Altheon, flanked by Helen and Sullen, come out of the main building. Altheon looks a little tired as I got my dice all over the floor. But does hand out to you, Calavandor, the completed scroll of anti-magic field. Sorry, that took a little longer than I thought it would, but thanks for your company during it. Made it much more pleasant.
Oh yeah, of course. This is really incredible. Look at this. I've never seen such good scroll work.
That's very kind of you to say.
Oh, sorry. Let me help you pick those up.
Of course, the D4 is the one I can't find. Now I'm going to impale my foot.
Oh no.
Right.
I'm standing behind Kel,
You will
shirtless,
find it later.
shirtless and sweaty, and I pour water over my head in slow motion.
Mom spaghetti.
So fucking weird. So fucking weird.
She's like, best of luck to you all.
Well, before we get going, Altheon,
Yeah, what's up?
do you happen to have some scrying abilities ready?
See if she does have it prepared, now that she has a proper spell sheet. Have that prepared today. If you're willing to wait for it. Do
you
have... Sorry, what?
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say if you have like any way to scout ahead or see what we're going into. You know, I don't know what we're getting into yet.
Oh. Yeah. As she thinks, as I peruse her spell list.
Ms. Grand Inquisitor.
Hang on.
Sneeze snake.
I don't have the components handy, but I could manage a legend lore today if any of you could provide those.
On. I think we're all.
Out of character, I'm pretty sure some of you picked up some of the components from Forge.
Yeah, so Forge still had some of the components for the casting of that spell.
Didn't he like churn to dust though?
Turned to dust, his stuff didn't.
He turned the bright, sparkly shrapnel.
I would guess
Sparkly
he,
dust.
no, I guess
Oh, there's a
Yahack has
D4.
it.
My chair, that could have been real bad.
Sorry,
Anyway.
has what? I think I missed whatever you were asking about.
I was gonna say, from the stories you've been explaining, since you're like the magic user, when your friend died, you probably picked up his stuff, right? He probably had some of those materials.
Some of which materials? Like magic materials?
For the legend lore spell? One of your fallen compatriot was a cleric, yes? You perhaps have anything for that spell?
What would the materials have been?
They would have been,
Pieces of ivory.
yeah, pieces of ivory, and which are not consumed by the spell, so those would have been on his person and his stuff. You also need 250 gold worth of fine incense.
I don't
Which is
specifically remember either of those.
How long
Well,
does it take
someone
to get
picked
to-
them up.
How long does it take to get to Vovar?
I mean, I think I would have taken everything else. I think.
I think it was 2 days by dragon.
So, hang on.
God.
So, Randy, did Forge have enough incense and crap to cast Legend Lore again?
Does that get used up? Or
Incense does, the ivory doesn't.
Okay, then. Yeah, I believe we never bought more incense, so.
So you have the ivory strips, but you don't have the incense. Um,
If we could get
Um,
incense, we have the ivory.
Ugh.
I'd be able to source those. You give us a few minutes.
Yeah, that would work.
Seems pretty reasonable.
Right, so they go back inside to see if they can. Actually, she and Solon go back inside. Helm actually goes out to see if he can find somewhere else. So I'm going to make a collective intelligence or investigation check for them, which is really high. Okay, but anyway, while they're doing that, Grand Inquisitor turns to you, Veyyec. Journey should be about 2 days, or rather, we'll fly through the night to spare us the heat.
Well, if the journey is about 2 days, I mean, I'm not the most intelligent of creatures, but I would assume Altheon is a very capable arcanist, is she not?
Extremely so.
So, beg my pardon, if she doesn't have said scrying spell prepared today, and it takes 2 days to get to Vovar, we would still be a day out from Vovar, while she could scry on Vovar, then cast, I don't know, some mystical means of telepathy to communicate what she saw within said scry to us. Or, I'm not the smart one here.
Could you just say what you mean?
Oh. So, because it takes 2 days to travel to Vovar, Alpha didn't prepare scry. She could
Rafi's missing all this.
scry while we're on our way to Vovar, then cast sending to one of us to tell us what she saw.
Aww.
Honestly, I'm surprised more of you haven't died.
Sorry, there's stuff on camera that's happening with
I
Blim
can't,
right
I can't see. So.
now.
Blim, you get inspiration.
Blim is having a very wholesome moment with his mother.
Oh, I was missing that too.
Indeed.
Damn, I was trying to be a dick.
Indeed. And she is like, yes, I suppose that makes sense. We can suggest it when she returns.
Oh, I mean, I'm the stupid one. I would never dare to suggest something like that. Honestly,
Big
how
self-deprecation
have your...
doesn't
I
How
don't
has
believe that any of us. I don't believe that any of us have ever claimed you to be stupid.
It just mesmerizes that you all have run an empire for as long as you have and haven't thought these things out.
At least they have an
Thank
army.
you for your suggestion.
You're quite welcome. I will have many more.
Any other pearls of wisdom you'd like to offer us before we depart?
Nah, I think that's your one for today. Unless I come up with anything snippy.
Very well. Oh. She just shakes her head and turns away. Minutes pass, and Altheon and Solon come back out. Like, well, there wasn't any incense in there, but Helen let us know that the Temple of Phyrexis did have some appropriate components, and he's on his way back now. And a couple of minutes later, Helen does come back with the components for the Legend Lore spell. She begins casting it. Begins laying out the components. Like, so I can focus on Vovar in particular, or is there anything else that I should? Perhaps the Great Intelligence? Or do you want me to see what's up with the Faceless One? Or what would be most helpful to you guys?
Any thoughts here?
Do.
I was gonna ask you.
Do.
Well, you were hoping I could scry on Vovar, and I was thinking that I could just do that tomorrow and then send you what I learn.
I start clapping from underneath the basket. Loudly. Amazing! Purely genius.
Thanks.
Sounds like we should do that.
I mean,
A brilliant idea. I wonder who could have come up with it.
He's been drinking since he went inside.
Oh,
Yeah, he's been.
I
I
mean-
wish I have.
He was also dropped on his head when he was drinking.
I mean, having information about either the Faceless One or the Great Intelligence would not be bad to have now. And then, as you said,
I think
Vovar along the way.
I actually think the Great Intelligence would be better.
Might give us some
Seriously.
insight as to
Whether it's even worth it to go.
Ooh, I have a
Whoa.
suggestion.
that's delightful. You could also tell us whether or not there's any hints to any defenses or how the place is built or
What of the heart
structure.
spikes?
A tragic topic, not relevant. And I'm going to ask you as your tragic companion.
the dragon just kind of turns its head back towards you, Veyyec. Hails this foul-smelling gas at you. Not enough to actually like hurt you, but it definitely like causes you to start. It's like caustic, and your eyes start watering. And make a Constitution save.
Imagining like the cartoon, like, and then it's just like singed.
12.
Oh yeah, you are racked with a fit of coughing. For the next couple of minutes, as the dragon does a super lightweight version of its
Thank you.
acid breath at you.
This is going to be.
I was sitting next to him, but I had to do the same thing.
You're fine.
You
Think
don't
we ma-
breathe.
We just made a
Calaman.
You
new
don't have
friend.
to breathe. You're fine.
Crispy.
Uh, really not the time for that. So, yes, like, I'd be happy to learn more about the Great Intelligence if you think that would be most helpful. Thoughts?
I feel like I don't really have the right to say anything. It's really, you guys have been here way longer.
Then say no more.
So she begins the process of casting the spell. Takes a few minutes, and then and the dragon just kind of turns its head away from the two of you and rests it on the ground. A few minutes pass as she finishes casting the spell, and then her eyes go white. This kind of furrows into a look of concern and concentration. And after a minute, she opens her eyes. Ah. Well, it's strange. I mean, cast that spell several times, and few things have been quite so slippery.
So what? Sorry.
You cut out.
It's like it's slippery.
Like it's not of this world.
Yes, and much of what I saw just comprehensible, unintelligible. I, I don't really know what to make of a lot of what I just saw. But you're right, it is not of this world. It is, or was, extremely powerful. I think it sought to... Oh, Forge, you said that your previous companion, Forge, said it was bent on conquest, but I'm not sure that's true.
Why do you say that?
I think it... Sure if it came to cleanse or exterminate, but I think conquest was its goal.
Cleanse.
I don't know why it came here.
What'd you manage to find out then?
So its goal is more to exterminate or destroy, not conquest.
I don't know if that's better than conquest.
I would argue it's worse.
If it's to destroy your enemies, wouldn't that be better?
In some things you look at and it's real obvious they're evil or touched by evil in some fundamental way, or good, or is of their essence. Maybe I just couldn't understand, but I didn't get that sense with this thing. When you use legend lore on, like, one of the Ferocity, it's like, oh my god, so evil.
This thing just is.
It's different and it's foreign and I don't know.
I mean, we do know it is foreign. Forge and I saw the Qualar stop it when it attempted to intervene on this world.
Dude.
Did you get a grasp of like its material or like what is it self-motivated or something send it?
That's a good question.
I couldn't tell, I'm sorry.
Like Calavandra looks pretty worried about
Can
that
we-
because considering how smart she is.
Can we bring out Lyle? Would you guys be okay with that?
I believe he was on very low power.
How much is very low? Did you give a time limit?
2
Do we have
hours tops.
2 hours?
Do we need him?
It was just a suggestion, and this is not a demand.
No, I'm just curious.
I just didn't know if giving him this information, considering the last time we all spoke, he was fuzzy with his connections to the Great Intelligence. I have the feeling that the more information that we give him, the more information we could potentially get back. But I can also see that's what I'm looking for. I can see merit in waiting until we are at Vovar.
Well, I believe the reason why we were headed to Vovar was for Lyle to be restored. And then for him to get in contact with the great intelligence, and for us to figure out whether it's friend or foe.
Apparently, it's something like the Reckoning in a third option that is looking just for the end of everything.
I smirk.
Could be it has a rationale behind what it's doing, and if we find out what that reason is, maybe we could convince him to help against the wreck.
And
Can't
then
even
what?
reason with the gods.
Can't say I've spoken to one.
They're arrogant and strangely understanding, depending on who you talk to.
They're a bunch of dicks.
For the most part, yes.
Sorry I wasn't able to be more helpful.
Appreciate it nonetheless.
And if you guys want these back, and she holds up the ivory strips, they're yours. But if you wanted me to hold on to them, I could potentially cast this again on something else. If we find more incense.
And then you would be able to cast, I don't know, some kind of magic to let us know what you learned?
Exactly.
Brilliant. Astounding.
Any topics you would like me to investigate further, I can hold on to these.
Well, none of us can utilize the components, so why don't you hold on to them?
I'll hold on to the ivory.
Or yeah, I can take them back. Never mind.
I'm just clapping from the basket.
Yeah, heck, you don't want to leave them for her to cast that again?
Can we do that?
Yeah, she.
That's
what
that's
she
exactly
just
what
said.
she's
Clap
asking.
harder.
I
All
start-
right, fine, yeah. Let's do that. I didn't understand that was the implication.
I'm gonna play my lute in time to Veyyec's clapping.
I stop. I start again.
Am I keeping these or what?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Well, I'll check in with you tomorrow after I've had a chance to scry, and you can let me know in your response what you'd like me to cast Legend Lore on again, provided we've been able to find more incense. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right. Well,
Shall we get this Dragonair Express going?
cousin,
Let's do it.
Brother.
I put on a shirt. It's getting chilly.
she gives you a hug.
He stands there not knowing what's going on because he didn't hear that.
Who is she giving the hug?
Completely static.
Who is she giving the hug?
You're T-posing. You!
Oh.
You're getting hugged.
You're just
I
T-posing
hugged her
right now.
back. I hug her back and whisper in her ear, "Watch out for Calavandor."
You son of a bitch!
You can't hear that?
Why'd you spill
like-
my beans?
And she's just like, I think I can.
What?
Wait, what? You cut out.
I think I can handle myself, but
Yeah!
I wasn't mansplaining. Anyway, let's go. Can we?
yeah, all right. So,
Does she say bye to me? I
Caladan-
need to know this. All right, I'm
She
done.
said, she says bye to everybody, but
Alright.
But she does also say bye to you.
does also say goodbye to you. Be careful out there, Calavander.
Yeah,
drink
not
again
much of a
sometime.
fighter. Yeah, we'll see each other again.
I mean, unless you die, of course.
Unless.
But I mean, I could bring you back, and you could still see each other then.
He's not gonna die. It's kind of my job to keep that from happening.
I hand him 10 gold.
Yes.
I give Aelin the nod. He knows which one.
Oh yeah. I know.
This is the entire reason you're a dick, to get him paid.
Inquisitor's like already up on the dragon. It's like, all right, this is all lovely, but who's riding up here? Who's riding down below?
Boulder
I'll ride
parchment
in the
shears?
basket to make room for my friends.
Oh,
Except Veyyec.
Oh, I was gonna ask if you wanted to switch, but clearly you don't want
He
that kind of
rides.
courtesy.
He rides in the baskets with moi.
Wait, wasn't Colin next to me?
Oh,
Not anymore. It's like GTA.
I don't know how many baskets there are. I'm only.
for two, and each can hold 3 people.
We're gonna call that the basket case down there.
Hey, we have the 2 OG members in one basket. Look at that.
I'm gonna ride in the other basket actually. To make sure we don't keep all of our eggs in the same basket. Like, what if one falls off? You know, I don't want to be.
Oh, Kaladin, you got those wings for a reason.
Yeah,
They don't
worry.
fly.
I'll make sure. Don't worry. I'll make sure to catch you.
I wouldn't dream of it.
What?
That doesn't make sense.
I wouldn't dream of it. It's terrifying. It's nightmarish. I wouldn't dream of it.
Oh, God, we're all so fucking. Great. All right, Aelin.
What was that, John?
Yes.
Inquisitor's like, Kilvander, Aelin, why don't you come up here?
Oh, we're not even Boulder Parchment Shears? Sure, why not? Fine.
All right. I pick up Kale and I run up the dragon.
Oh, I was about to, like, crowd surf you up there, but alright, that works. I get the special treatment.
Yes.
Have you ever had a dragon beer?
So, Vulcaryr, like, I'm happy to ride in the basket. Love to chat more with. Sorry, what was your name again? I'm Vulcaryr. Yeah, hey?
Oh.
Hey!
Veyyec? I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. You seem like a decent sort.
Is he talking
Oh,
to me?
Oh my god.
Yep.
Yahek. I thought you said Veyyec. Gosh. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's.
Are you sure? If you say it one more time, I won't believe you.
It's okay.
And Azvatha also climbs up top. So Oswalt, you can kind of go wherever the fuck you want because you're tiny. So
I'm gonna go up top because I want the wind in my hair.
there's going to be a wind in everybody's hair. As goes in wave at you, the dragon goes. And ascends, perhaps slightly more heavily than when you last rode. It now being loaded up with all sorts of crap, and you guys are lifting these 2 basket-like constructions up. It doesn't actually have to hold on to them with its claws. It kind of has these like slings attached to its forearms. An enormously powerful creature. It gains elevation and begins to soar out, turning to the south. As you leave the Oasis behind, the storm front of the Reckoning on your right, and the long journey south. Dragon reaches an altitude of a couple hundred feet. And it gets a little chilly, but it doesn't go so high as to freeze all your balls off. Wind rushes through your hair, or lack thereof. It's pretty loud. The dragon is making good speed, soaring between great beats of its wings, keeping the seething tentacle cloud front of the reckoning or hopefully safe distance to the west, to your right. As the dragon flies, the sun nears the western horizon, and there's a brief moment where natural sunlight shines kind of below this cloud through. Getting a more like natural red of a sunset for just a brief moment. The night is not dark. Severifar, the big blue gas giant type thing, risen in the east and cast its bluish glow over the desert below. There's with the kind of alkaline scent of the desert sand. And apart from the wind, is quiet and strangely peaceful up here. Eye overhead is cloudless. The stars twinkle with their normal beauty. And the dragon flies on. Is there anything you want to do or look out for or talk about while the dragon's flying?
I'm just playing Dragon Force songs on my lute. And I nod to Kale and I say, so it looks like things are going pretty well for you.
Yeah, man. Can you turn that down?
Oh, sorry. I turned down the volume.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, it's been brief, but, you know, world ending gets people going. You know what I'm saying? They always make the bad decisions when they think it's all over. Not saying I'm a bad... I guess that is what I'm saying.
Kind of sounds like that's what you're saying.
Who said
This
that?
is Azvatha, who's right. Azvatha, who's behind you guys. The other Blood Hunter. Yeah, I'd totally bang her too.
See?
Yep.
Can I hear this?
You're down in the baskets, boy.
Make a perception check. It's pretty windy.
No!
I'm making a perception check, you stupid. Oh.
Well, yeah. So that's
9.
Yeah!
You can hear that there's a conversation happening up there, but no, you can't hear the words.
You were saying something, Raph?
That suck.
Oh, never mind.
So yeah, anyway, goddamn. We gotta get at least... You miss 100% of the shots you don't shoot or whatever, right?
I always take my shots.
Cheers. Well, can't really cheers here, but yeah, man.
Please don't. I feel like it would just get all in my... yeah.
No, we're not doing that. We'll take shots when we land, if there's, like, an appropriate time, though.
We'll make time.
We'll make time. That's like half your thing, you know, you gotta get ready.
Well, you know, time is just an illusion.
I mean, there's like that god of time, it's pretty real, like he's controlling all that, you know?
Well, you know, maybe he's an illusion was...
That would make sense, because we are pretty great.
But yeah, good chat.
End conversation. Now.
I have to go.
Yeah, I choose the last dialogue
Oh,
option.
really, Kaladin? Have fun with
I
the
must
drop.
go.
This is the last dragon out.
Okay, bye.
Splat.
Ooh.
I'll have someone
Yeah.
get him.
Excuse me.
For the course of
Wait,
the next-
question.
Yeah.
Would that sending stone have recharged by now?
Well, it was used the previous day, so yeah, it can be used.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it.
Oh, so awkward.
Pull out the sending stone link to Scravenok.
Mm-hmm.
And what you say, buddy?
One.
That's not how that
Nothing.
works.
That's how that
Three, 4,
works.
6, 7, 8. Oh shit!
What are you actually saying?
Let's see.
Let the bodies hit the
If you have the time, I'd love an audience for a quick discussion, if you wouldn't mind.
And I'm sitting right next to you hearing all of this.
Mm-hmm. And I just
Oh.
took it back away.
Well, you just hear back. Don't have the time for you right now. If you want to revisit full-time service, perhaps.
Unclear.
You can't respond to that message.
That guy really is a dick, and I say that looking to Kaladin.
Oh, now you want to talk to me.
Oh no, I could care less. I was just trying to make friendly conversation. Oh wait, I forgot we're not friends.
Do you remember that time that I shared all that information with you, and when you came to me to ask me to work with you, and all those times that you were trying to build a relationship? Because I do. Because it's very hard for people in my position to make friends. And I remember everything that you said under your zone of truth and how proud you were to exfol all that information. So you can sit the fuck over there and you can shut the fuck up. Or you can test your mighty metal against my measly metal and your measly spells against my mighty ones. And we can see who comes out on top.
Ooh, the lizard's got a little bite in him after all. And no, I don't have many friends. I usually make mine. And I'm sure you could be a great addition to that too. If you keep threatening, that is.
I don't threaten. I don't care.
Oh, cute. Oy, I hate being this. You are so frustrating as a group. You know that? You guys say you want to be good. You're not good. You say you want to close the sky. You don't want to close the sky. None of you make sense, especially you. You, one who's seen your creator, apparently had a hissy fit with him, and then you're okay with working with the Empire who've enslaved your kind? I don't understand or see the logic in that.
I don't care what happens to the Empire. I don't care how many of their resources they exhaust fighting this. But I want a world to fight for when it's over. And if the reckoning has its way, it won't matter if my people are slaves or not. We will be dust. With nothing and no one to remember it.
And you think the best way to do about that is to grovel at the people who have enslaved you, grovel at their feet like you have done once before. submit to that again and expect a different outcome? Isn't that the very definition of insanity?
Veyyec never claimed to be sane. I also never claimed to grovel. I am here with my friends and one very happily verbose asshole.
Well, I do enjoy your company, so though you might not think of me as your friend, I do think of you as one. And I think Malik would like you too. Though he's more of the goody two-shoes type, and definitely probably wouldn't be okay with the fact of, the Empire enslaving your kind and all the injustices that they constantly proclaim. But then again, this isn't the kind of world where anything like that could change.
You're trying to tempt me, and I would love to know why.
Am I trying to tempt you?
I don't know, you put up hark spikes before big man here shut you up.
Oh, I mean, as a practitioner of the arcane, I would just love to know how they worked.
So would I, and I looked for them, because I actually have a vested interest in them when I was in the library and couldn't find anything.
Well, so do I. Anybody who can control a dragon is of pretty high standing, are they not?
Yes, they are. I'm curious as to what you feel you can accomplish after so openly antagonizing yourself against the rest of the group. Genuinely curious.
Oh, why is it that you think I'm against you? Let me ask you that.
Groups are built on trust, not loyalty. Trust.
Then are kingdoms built on trust?
Kingdoms are built on power. I'm not talking about kingdoms. I'm not talking about empires. I'm not talking about grand political idiosyncrasies. I'm not talking about the whims of people who wish to have things under their boot. I'm talking about groups. People in the shit, making sure other people in the shit next to them can get through it. And that requires trust.
And I have not done that enough for you?
You
Brought
did.
people back from the brink of death? I've
You
willingly
did.
submitted to that truth. And I don't care whether or not what you know or do not know, because it doesn't matter to me in the long run. Like I said, this is all interesting to me. I find an interest in you. I would like to see how this all plays out. But, I mean, you can continue as a group holding your lofty goals and being the good guys and all you wish to do that, and you could try to succeed that way. Or maybe we could come to an understanding and agreement, and then we could all get along in this situation. We don't need to be good or evil. You're just choosing to be like that. All I'm suggesting is maybe we walk a middle ground like the Empire has. Sure, they want to stop the world from ending, but do they want to let the dragons be free? Probably not.
You know, just because you make points doesn't make you any less of an asshole.
On the contrary, I think it makes me more of an asshole.
I grew up in a world where flies were found with vinegar and never honey. But they tell me that it's easier to grab them with honey.
Well, I wouldn't know about making honey, but I sure as hell made a lot of vinegar. And will continue to do so. Now, that could be with or without your help. And there are boons and consequences to go accordingly.
I guess I'll have to sleep on that.
I was not offering you anything. I'm just stating.
You... Okay. I'll have to sleep on that. Wait.
Sleep tight.
You too.
And I just play with the sending stone.
Time after that conversation concludes, dragon kind of turns slightly to the left, a bit more distance between itself and the cloud, and you look over and see there's actually like sometimes like little bits of questing tendrils that kind of like pop out and almost kind of like track you, but before the dragon gets too far away and they fall back, it's almost as though like the cloud sometimes reaches out in your direction.
How high up are we?
100 feet. I mean, the cloud is still like maybe 8-ish miles to your west. It's like dragons kind of notice that it's noticing your passage, and so it like flies a bit farther away. Fortunately, dragons have really fucking high perception, and notice that. Flight through the night is eventful, and as the begins to rise, the dragon continues flying. But after another couple hours, sets down. You guys have flown, and Oswalt, with your excellent knowledge of geography, you guys have flown about 200-ish miles to the southwest, then turned a little bit back out over the desert, leaving these mountains here behind. So I'd say you guys are kind of like ish. And basically the cloud of red bad shit is kind of doing like a that, as far as you're able to tell. As the dragon sets down, kind of folds up and holds its wings over itself. As can wait out the day or do something if you want. Up to you.
New spells.
Right.
Can I have a... Oh, well. Fuck, I forgot again. Would I
Well,
have had time to get some inks?
Sure, you could have procured some of those.
Okay, but I probably can't do it on a flying dragon.
Probably not. So if you're gonna transcribe spells in your spellbook, you'd have to do it while you're on the ground here.
But I'd rather not get exhaustion. Oh wait, I'm an elf. Hell yeah. Fist bump.
We're settling down for a long rest. Or
Dragon actually provides a decent amount of shade.
It's throwing shade.
gonna draw silly pictures on the dragon with chalk.
I would stop you from doing
Good
that.
luck fucking doing that.
Kaladin stops me.
Alright, so then I would transcribe. Okay, so I have Scroll of I don't remember what spell level these are. Scroll of Creation.
I believe
I think
is
it's
5th.
So that'll take 5 hours. So, I can't do that then. Because it's 8 hours for a long rest, right? And
You
then
could
4
ask
hours
people,
for
you could
me.
ask people to wait another hour. You can do that.
Guys, can you guys wait for like 1 hour?
I feel like the whole point of this mission was to get here pretty quickly. Was it-
Anyone else?
If it can help with the mission, I think the extra hour is worth.
I mean, if that extra hour means the tentacles reach Vovar, is it worth?
A Handale in 5G.
I think be well worth our time. I think. How long has it been? We're almost about to reach that tentacle. I think an hour won't make a big difference.
Well, it's now north of you, so you guys have turned.
But that red line you drew is basically the tentacle, or
And
mass.
you're at the purple dot.
Right. So I think we're still outpacing this thing pretty.
Hey, I mean, if you want to gamble with the fate of the world, my lofty do-gooders, I have no intentions of stopping you.
Yeah, it's 5th level, okay. Anyone else really care?
No.
I'll wait.
It's just 1 hour. Alright, and then I'm done. Now I can create.
So as the heat of the day passes, transcribe this.
Go ahead, sorry.
Transcribe the spell. Yeah, if anyone wants to do anything else, apart from rest, because the
sending-
dragon is not terribly restful.
The sending stone wouldn't have recharged by now, correct?
No, it recharges
At
each
night?
day.
Okay, okay.
pr-
Full
like,
24 hours, not like 12 hours?
Yeah,
Cool.
it recharges at dawn. So, I guess if you use it at night, before dawn, it would be recharged now.
Well then. Excuse me, fellow do-gooders. I will excuse myself as I go urinate behind one of those sand dunes.
So you go off to pee, and
I
I'm
will,
gonna
What?
keep an
Why is
eye on him. I know I can't do a good job of it, but I'm just gonna keep an eye on him.
I will go to the closest dune, expose myself, and pull out the sending stone. And contact Scrabby Boy again.
yeah, what do you say?
What was it? What was his last conversation? If service, something like that.
Wanted to revisit full-time service.
Full-time service. Full-time service wouldn't necessarily be off the table. And I'm happy to discuss it.
I'm not doing a subtle job of standing by him. Would I have heard that?
I
Um,
wouldn't have said that if I knew he was following me.
Oh, are you like just Kaladin? Are you just like watching him from like where you guys are sheltered down in the Dragon Shade, or are you like following him as he goes to go pee?
Let me grab your dongle for you.
Oh, I think I would have followed him.
Can I assist him?
And following?
We can certainly both follow him if you want.
Well, he's my bodyguard, so I have to go with him.
Oh, okay. So everyone's just coming to go watch me pee.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
not going to watch him pee.
Huh. This seems a little crowded. Is it not?
You're right, 6 feet.
I just look around and was like, I didn't know this was a party.
I mean, do you want to just all whip it out and measure each other, or is that what we're going for here?
Did you just assume my gender?
I
I dropped trow.
Why is it purple?
The good question is, why is it glowing?
I had imagined it gray.
Oh.
It's like you don't have circular. Oh,
God.
And then very non-pulsed, I just pick my pants back up.
all right. Social cues with this. Yeah. Okay. Can I assist any of you?
Do you need help?
No, I
I'm
just saw-
pretty-
I just saw Kaladin walking, and I don't know why I followed
I
him.
didn't even get a chance to do anything yet. Y'all
Anyway,
motherfuckers
I'm gonna
decided
go
to
walk over here and continue.
He's my
to
bodyguard.
pee. So
I
and I
pick
will
up-
walk away again.
I pick up
You guys
Kale and
follow
I
again?
walk in the other direction.
Okay, we go in the opposite direction, apparently.
What do you do, Kaladin?
I mean, I was trying to stealth before, but apparently that was impossible to do.
We're waddling away now.
I mean, it's not really places to be stealthy here. It's
Then I won't bother. Whatever.
Bad.
He can do his fucking thing. I don't care. I go back and sit next to Oswald. Whatever.
And I send the previous message.
Oh. Bit busy right now.
Wait, do that again?
I'm a bit busy right now. Serious tomorrow.
Wait, what was that last bit?
Last bit was, if you're serious, tomorrow.
Okay, great.
Get to the point.
I'm gonna sit next to Oswald if I can. I'm sorry if there's more. I'm so sorry if there's more you need to do. Please do it.
Do we?
No, besides what I have heard, that other voice in my head. At all.
And no other voice you hear right now.
Okay, then I will skip back to the group.
Well, while he's gone, I'm gonna go sit next to Oswald.
Other blood hunters are there too, kind of lying back against the side of the dragon.
He's talking to Skravanok again.
Are you
With the stone I gave him. He did it last night in front of
Why'd
me.
you give that to him again?
I didn't. Yaheg is somewhere over there. I don't know where he is.
can we just like, I don't know, steal that back from him?
If you're better at stealing than I am, I'm shit at stealing.
I mean, I'm okay, and I'm gonna sneakily try to steal something off.
For who?
What?
Who are you trying to steal? What from?
Kaladin, while we're talking, I'm trying to steal a little something off of him to practice. Just like a gold
Light a
piece.
hand check, I guess.
7.
Paladin, you watch as Oswalt reaches out his hand towards you and tries to tug something off your belt.
If you could
It's very obvious.
please leave the necklace alone.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not great at stealing stuff.
He doesn't care at all. He's interested in what can further his own ends.
Yeah,
And-
I know, and I just don't trust him.
And he's interested in how we can affect that. He just doesn't seem like a team player, and I was not a team player at all until I spent a long time with all of you. I didn't want to be a team player until I spent time with all of you.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want
To do that.
he doesn't make bad points. But he doesn't care. And that worries me.
Yeah, I gotcha. I honestly
He's-
don't know.
I mean, he's
Right.
right. Why are we helping the Empire? Why are we back here? I'm riding the back of my enslaved kin to go save the world? Like,
Yeah.
But I want to keep you alive. I want to keep Veyyec alive, although that's weird at this point to think about. Aelin and Kelivendo, we'll get there. I don't really know.
Yeah.
They seem more in awe, which is like weird. Veyyec, when we left Janogath, I wanted to keep alive. I don't know if I want to keep alive this Veyyec.
I don't know either.
And I think he knows that. And I think he's using that.
I think you're right. Difficult. It is a very difficult situation we're in. I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Do you think we should? Do you think we should do something about it, or do you think we should just let him try?
I think he's
See how it
arrogant.
is.
I think he's powerful. I think he has a lot to back up any type of threat or boast we have against him. I don't think any single person, one of us outside, maybe you or maybe Veyyec, could take him in a one-on-one fight.
Well, that's the thing. We don't need to, because I don't think anyone else is going to be on his side. So, if he wants a one-on-one fight, I'll give it to him. But I don't think we need to, because we can just be, you know.
He talked about morality. He talked about us playing good guys, picking sides, and the contradictory nature of it all. I'm not siding with the Empire by doing this. I am making sure that there is a world left to do what needs to be done afterwards.
Oh yeah, no, I'm exactly the same as you. I don't care about the Empire. Yeah, I've done some jobs for them. Killing monsters here and there. They pay, but after chasing me and ambushing me and all of that, just because I happened to get kicked by these people, you weren't even there yet. I don't care about the Empire. It could burn for all I care. It could live for all I care. I just want the world and my home to still be there when whatever happens, happens. I don't think we're picking a side. Or if we are, we're picking the side of living as opposed to death and being one of those things that we saw. I don't want to have tentacles coming out of me.
No, that doesn't seem very appealing.
Oh, by the way, if that ever happens to me, do me a favor and kill me.
I'll do my best, but you're pretty hard to kill.
Yeah, I know. Just try.
Okay.
But I don't want any of those things near me. I want to make sure that they stay out of here.
I don't think it'd be a bad idea to have your friends if they're willing to keep an eye on him.
They know too.
Hi. I'm gonna go up to the old guy. I'm Caladan.
The old guy.
It's pretty old. Pleasure to make your acquaintance properly.
Yeah.
Vulcaryr.
Good to meet you. Passing conversation with your younger companion beforehand.
Blood Hunter. Good man.
I meant the.
Well, he's all right.
Not Oswalt. I meant passing conversation with I've always missed how you pronounced your name. I'm sorry.
Spelled like this.
No, I'm sorry. The female one, the one that
Oh.
Oswalt would.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, Azvatha.
Azvatha.
Hi.
No, Oswalt and I have been traveling together for a while. Azvatha, passing conversation. Didn't get a chance to say hello to you.
Cool, bro. Some heavy shit you gotta sort out. It's fine. I get it.
I didn't want to worry about loyalty, even after I met all of these people. I didn't worry about loyalty after I met these people. Your Oswald here taught me a lot about that, for what it's worth.
And,
I don't feel good having these discussions about a member of our party. And I hate having to think about these types of things. But Veyyec wants what Veyyec wants, and has been ever so open as to that not changing.
well, is the world not ended?
Not yet.
And as far as I see it, he still stands to gain by helping with that.
Yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to pass the information along.
Shit.
Didn't mean to keep you guys up. I'll walk away back to my little basket.
Dragon just kind of has one eye open. It's like,
Whenever you want to talk, buddy.
I'll see eye open again, kind of mumbles groggily. What about
Whatever you want.
head kind of shifts in the sand? But you met our progenitor.
I have a couple times. One more time. It didn't come through.
And what was that like?
Would you believe disappointing?
Yes.
I asked him how he could create beings and then stand by and watch them bound in such perfect ways. And he didn't really seem to care. And I've been wrestling and thinking about that ever since all of this red shit has been poking out of the sky.
Okay, 1 sec. I want to roll something for them.
Did I come back for my pee yet?
Maybe, but Tanrakar, kind of with the one eye open, was like, have an orc. And us as weapons. That's all.
Then why'd he give us the ability to think, or feel, or act? Just so he can revel in the spite and angst we feel as our actions are taken from us.
I do not know. That he does not care of our plight, do not find surprising. Hated us as weapons, so our ancestors turn against him. Some of those same reasons.
I can't really blame them. I ran away from my mistress after I thought everything was lost. And now I am back here, helping the end of the world not happen.
Next to that, all other considerations. Very. It turns its full face towards you and gives you a significant look.
I'm sorry, it was tough to hear you from before that.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
sorry. Yeah, just kind of as it says, next to that being like stopping the end of the world, all other considerations must be subsidiary.
It's in that I find solace in my recent actions. And I look him square in the eye. You know, I looked for an answer. I was in the spirit world. I had access to so much and I'm switching to Draconic as I say all this. To so much knowledge. And they have done such a good job of hiding it. But I'm not done looking. This is the biggest threat, yes. That does not mean
Careful what you say to me. Must answer my mistress truthfully.
You can tell her what she would expect any escaped slave to have tried to learn. The answer to their freedom.
Be just careful.
Did
For
I
what it's
come?
worth.
Oh,
Oh, sorry,
go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
For what it's worth. I'm happy to have kin on this trip.
In a long time, anyone said they were happy to have me around. As you smell.
Yes, well. But I give him the extremely short version.
Yes. Whatever it may be worth, I'm glad you were along on this trip.
And I bow when I leave.
Right before Kaladin leaves, because I'm assuming I'm back by now. As
Sure.
I see him walking away, I cast a message on Kaladin, and I ask, "Is it happy? Are you?" And then I just send that from 120 feet away, just sitting there, smiling, watching him walk away from his dragon.
Am I able to reply?
To message?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I believe so.
Walk away just saying. In Draconic, we both understand the stakes.
Do you know Draconic?
I do not, so it comes over.
Just clear.
Actually, well, if it's telepathic,
Doesn't it sound more eloquent than that?
Yes, it absolutely does. I'm not doing the noble and ancient Draconic language justice. But it is hard for mere humans to pronounce. You just hear what they say, so
yeah, no,
it's not.
yeah,
It's not telepathy.
yeah, yep,
so.
nope, yeah, I just hear Draconic.
Bunch of harsh consonants and whatnot.
Cool, great. I'm just sitting there smiling, creepy, because that's what I do,
Because that's what you do.
and I do it wells.
So as they're resting here, Yahek, you receive a sending from your cousin. You immediately recognize Vovar. surrounded by storm. No tentacles. Inside, ruin. Cannot see through. Me no subject for legend lore.
Okay.
Reply to that message.
Can I get the? Can I try and get the attention of the group, or who's in the basket with me?
Well, you guys are like just on the ground now, so everyone's just.
We're just hanging out.
Oh well, then can I just explain that to the group and ask, what do we want the next subject to be?
Sweet. She said there was a storm around Vovar.
Yep, storm around Vovar.
tentacles,
No tentacles.
and that's all she saw?
Couldn't see through the storm.
Well, the no tentacles part is pretty good. The storm, not so much so.
Yeah. No tentacles seems promising.
And as far as a legend lore subject, does anybody have a suggestion?
Well, Kale has a crush on this girl.
Where are you going with this?
Perhaps
Sunica.
we ask. Hold on, Kale. Hear me out here. I think I might have a master plan for you.
How do you get to Sunica?
No, have Altheon cast legend lore on you.
I like it. I like it.
That costs like a lot of money to cast.
Hey, but I mean, if you're as impressive as you say you are, it should help seal the deal with her.
Hey, Oswalt, do you want to learn more about the one without a face?
You mean the faceless one?
Yeah, the one without a face.
Wasn't that included in the last ask?
I mean, Altheon would know all of your greatest moments.
She'd see the bad ones too.
Can we save that for
No.
later? If we save the world, you can legend lore yourself through my cousin all you want.
That is a tempting. Cal, you should
Oh.
probably take that.
God, oh boy.
I just want to focus.
I hold my hands out, expectantly, and I say, "I think we should change the subject."
Wait. What
Maybe
about
Kaladin has an opinion on what we should legend lore on next.
I'm sorry.
Maybe Kaladin has an opinion on what we should legend lore.
lore
Well,
next.
Oswalt didn't really get a chance to answer anyway. Just
At
saying.
this point, I lost track of what I'm answering.
The question to you was
What should we legend lore next?
no. Should we legend lore the faceless one?
I thought we tried that.
I thought we had tried it too, but I was making sure.
I thought wait,
Ford
isn't that how
did
we
already.
learned
Yeah.
how he was?
Oh, you're
possibly
right.
the
You're right,
crazy
guys.
god,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
goddess of
Forge,
madness that went actually crazy or some all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we've done that one. Have we done Lyle?
Have we done the Reckoning?
Ooh.
Have we legend lore the Reckoning?
You haven't.
Ooh.
Say it.
Randy just solved the whole campaign.
Hold on.
Let's legend.
I feel like that's. I feel
Hey,
like
y'all!
we couldn't.
Y'all considered loring this legend of the Reckoning? I reckon.
I feel like when you say the reckoning, that's subjective, and a lot of people have a lot of different reckonings, like
I don't
an
know.
angry wife.
When the fish person that was from when this planet used to be in another place of existence.
Who was an alien, we surmise.
Right, but I'm saying like when this planet used to be someplace else, when it referred to the reckoning, for some reason I always imagined a capital R in my mind. So
It seems like it's
And
like
it kind of say it with a capital R, yeah.
I mean, yeah, but the reckoning in the alien fish person's mind is probably a different reckoning than what per se Althean would think is a reckoning, and or what I per se.
Also,
I would
when
think
we
not
asked about the
a
reckoning,
super amazing wizard like y'all, but I like to imagine the spell takes into account what you and you intend when you say.
also the
you're
DM
looking
agreed that we could do that.
I don't think it'd be a bad idea to maybe cast Legend Lore on the Reckoning, or maybe the origin of the energy source that she's studying. If that would appease the specifics.
No, we can do the reckoning.
All right, let's shoot. Let's and we'll say we're coming. Well, or
we Legend Lord Veyyec.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I spilled literally everything back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he told everything.
There are very few things. I mean, you could. I literally am forced into be a position of truthfulness now. If you want to continue to ask questions about my
let's save that for
lofty
if we have even more insights.
resume.
I don't think I want to learn anything.
Like it's the
more
night
about
before the 311 concert,
I don't know
the energy
numbers.
is too high, and
Oh wait, okay. And before I respond, we'll say we're going to Vovar, right?
Yes.
Where
What?
else would we be going?
That's where
She
we're.
knows where we're
That's
You
where
going.
notice where we're going this entire time.
Well, I mean, what if she saw something and we were like, "Oh gosh, that sounds scary. Let's turn around."
well,
No one
she-
wants to do that, right?
Well, she just told us there's a storm brewing, like, permanently around it, so...
I mean, let's be real.
I mean, I could have told you that.
Okay, what I'm hearing is we're
But
all
you
burly
didn't.
men,
I
and it's
did.
fine to proceed
did.
as is.
He did.
I respond
did.
to my cousin. I respond to Althean.
Please do.
Legend Lore: The Reckoning. P.S. Watch out for men.
That tree.
What?
Google how to fix reckoning.
Wait, what did you say? Watch out for what?
Men.
Oh, you son of a bitch! What are you doing?
End
are you
message. End message.
Send.
Send. I hit it. Is it red?
Convinced it
She
is
left-
received. But she only has so many of those she can cast per day, so.
That's amazing.
All right. Let's see what happens. About 15 minutes go by. And from Forge casting it before, that the Legend Lore spell takes a little while to do. And you the message back. Sounds been through this like telepathic link, like aimed and tired. Thing you wouldn't ask that. To look at. Is chaos and consumption. People. Changed. Densed. And you feel like that's the end of the first, or like of that sending.
Can I be a really bad player right now and just say I have no idea what you were saying?
So
It was like by far too.
we're cutting out a lot,
I
unfortunately.
know. Okay, I'm just gonna type it.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
So,
Bad player. Bad.
I just wanted to let you get it
Yeah.
out. I wasn't gonna be like, wait.
I mean,
I'm glad you did because I was gonna do it.
And you're the bad guy.
She
And
said,
I'm the bad guy,
That's
right?
what she said.
So, like, if there's anyone I can't be an asshole to, it's probably the DM.
I'm a bad guy.
Oh my god, that's my next character.
I've been such a bad player, DM. You should punish me.
What the hell just happened?
All right, disadvantage on
Everything.
Everything.
Disadvantage on talking.
Disadvantage, but you like it.
Don't let me attack until you want me to.
Put me at the bottom of the initiative, Dungeon Daddy.
I hate so much.
Okay.
I think that was the best thing I've ever heard.
Oh man, I love you. Have the smallest dice pool for short rests.
Now I forget everything she said. Shit.
What were we talking about? Even someone tell me what I was saying.
The reckoning.
Talking about your Vovar.
Oh yeah, she said. I hoped you wouldn't ask that. Hurt to look at.
I never asked for this.
It is chaos, consumption.
Chaos control. Fuck.
Oh shit!
Wait, what's that from?
It's from Sonic.
Sonic Adventures 2, my guy.
Oh,
What?
yeah. I love Sonic Adventure Battles.
It's the introduction of Shadow.
Those people that changed condemned.
Any of y'all ever play the Shadow game on Dreamcast?
Okay, and I explained this to the party and wonder, you know, sounds like this is something we can't ask her to look into. Maybe one of us could cast it on our own.
And we did leave the components with her because none of us can cast it.
Would I know anything about condensed people?
What?
Was people but changed condensed?
I mean, those are her words, yes.
I mean, if we can condense milk, we can condense people.
And just to make sure, what was she looking at again for Legend Lore?
The Reckoning.
I mean, because it sounds like the Faceless One, but...
Weren't those names, like, interchangeable? That's
Oh, did we fuck up?
Yeah, I think we might have just Legend Lore something we already knew.
No, because didn't the Faceless One open the door for the Reckoning?
Well, it also sounds like she hadn't actually used it. She
And
just...
the Faceless One is an extension and avatar of the Reckoning. We're all stupid. We're all idiots.
I put
Well,
Caladan,
still.
because he's the smartest.
I sit there clapping, being an asshole. I am.
Immediately smug.
Very
I don't
good.
think...
Very
Well, it sounds like-
good.
I'm imagining
I
you're like,
hate you for bringing that wholesome very goodness into your character.
Well, was the
Very
implication...
good.
I'm imagining you're doing the Ganondorf clap.
Oy.
Yeah, there it is. Blim's got it down.
We're all idiots. The Faceless One is the Reckoning. He's an avatar of it. We're all...
No, I don't really think
I don't
we're
think we
idiots.
knew that.
I don't think we're idiots. We might have known that, but I don't know necessarily that it's, like, useless.
We might have known it, but I don't know if we actually, like, knew it.
She also didn't imply that she used the legend lore. She just
She
said,
did use it. Because it
Did we
took
know
15
that?
minutes. It takes 10.
She
I
said
thought she
it,
did
it,
just
it hurt
before.
to look at, so...
I hoped you would. Well, she said, I hoped you wouldn't ask. Oh, I see. That hurt to look at.
So now we know the Faceless One is an avatar of the Reckoning.
Well,
Hmm.
I've
So
never felt
there's
more
some-
prepared in my life to go deal
Well-
with whatever's in Vovar.
There's
there's something
intelligent
new there,
design
though.
behind this.
There's the people condensed thing. That's new information.
Right, you're gonna ask. You asked Veyyec if you knew anything about change condensed people. Roll just a general intelligence check.
I am intellect.
Indeed.
What is my intellect modifier? +3, 17.
You can speculate on all sorts of things that might mean.
Condensed
um,
people. Like
Unclear what it means in the context of the reckoning, but you
mushy.
do recall that when you've been in proximity to it, like, and some of what Oswalt has described is like these voices.
Voices. identities, perspectives. Hmm. Hmm.
All right, Zigmeyer.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I'm glad you guys got it. All the Dark Souls memes. All right.
Fucking onion boy.
He's far too wholesome for you, Veyyec.
He's fart. Too
Fart.
wholesome.
I just think that means we just need to continue to be on our guard as we go into Vovar. I have a feeling that whatever we do, if we're able to succeed at Vovar, sway whatever intelligence this is to our side. It's just not an off switch to the reckoning. We're gonna have to contend with it. Do something with it.
Convince it to fight.
We'll convince the great intelligence to help us fight it. And then have to contend with the great intelligence. There's no fucking consequence. There's no way to... There's no...
Sounds like an impossible problem.
Veyyec, you don't get to talk right now.
What? As long as I have voice, I can speak when I like. Thank you very much.
I kind of wish we could meet Imposter Veyyec, because I bet he's nicer.
Honestly, I think Imposter Veyyec is probably only the one thing that scares me.
Can we send a message to him and be like, hey...
He's been sending messages to me, actually.
Wait, what?
Did I stutter?
Yes.
Alright, I guess he's not going to talk about it, so I just... Never mind then.
What have we done?
We're learning.
No, Kel, did he stutter?
I mean, if I
Insight
did, I
check.
can read
Did he
it.
stutter?
Kel.
I'm calling
I heard some coughing there.
Did he stutter?
Inquisitor is like finishes tightening up the straps on the saddle and looks over. All ready to go with that new information in hand?
Didn't really learn much, did we, guys?
No,
Well,
Oh, the tentacles aren't there yet. If we make good time, we might yet beat them.
I get into that basket.
And the silver door.
Curious as to what that might mean.
Can I do a check?
What? Sure.
Arcana Knight?
Sure.
Not that I think I'm better than what's her name at checks, but natural 20s exist. Ooh, nope, 16.
I mean, there are lots of different kinds of magics that prevent scrying, including a ring that you guys are carrying around with you. Not aware of any that necessarily look silvery to the scryer, but I mean, there probably could be.
It's a fog gate. Yep.
Well, don't go scrying about it.
God damn it.
Are we ready to go?
I mean, I'm pretty ready. I wasn't born in, but
born.
I don't think anybody's born ready.
You all set with your spellcraft you might be able to bring to bear? I imagine that once we get there, we're going to need to move as quickly as possible.
she's talking to you, Cal.
Oh, I guess. Just get back on the... Let's go.
I think we just need to get back on that dragon.
Yeah.
I'd have to agree. We just gotta get back on that dragon.
Yeah.
Look at my spells.
Anyone else agree?
All right, so you
I agree.
all aboard.
pile back onto the various riding spots on the dragon, which takes off.
Hi ho, copper, away.
Indeed. And yeah, so as you fly west across the sands, the red cloud, the north, and it does make visible progress towards you, and sometimes the Thunder has to kind of adjust its course to fly slightly farther south. But flies through another couple hours. Okay.
Could I
There's-
watch for tentacles?
Make a perception check. Wind up higher than the dragon's passive perception. Good job.
No. 16.
What?
Nani?
Nani?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dragon seems to have incoming tentacles on lock with a passive perception of 27.
Well,
Hey, but your 16 was close.
16 was definitely a number.
You were definitely close.
Was it 20? Is that what you said?
27.
you said 27, dude.
Oh, dude. Okay, sorry, I only heard the first part.
Your whole magnitude of die off.
Dudes.
Probably assume that like anything you said or farted, it hurt. So you know. But anyway,
I clench real time.
So it continues this flight as the light. You're now far enough south that the light remains natural throughout the day. But yeah, the dragon's actually flying a bit faster now. Get the sense it is risking exhausting itself to get you guys to Vovar sooner. It beats its wings more often and soars or glides less. It's effectively doing the equivalent of like dashing and using its legendary actions to like wing attack and like move more. It's actually going quite fast.
God damn.
But yeah, there is a moment, just a couple hours into your travel, when you're all overwhelmed by a sudden sense of like weird vertigo. I need everyone to make charisma saving throws.
Oh, god damn it.
Fuck, I didn't.
I was made for this moment.
Charisma saving throw.
Because you're purdy.
Where's Dinar when I need it with this plus 12?
18.
I'm all Gucci.
I rolled a natural 15, so 15.
I rolled a 6.
Oof.
16.
You sure did.
I have a lot of charisma.
For
Good
an
knowing you
undead.
guys.
What all of you experience is like there's this weird like stutter where like this moment of deja vu where like it suddenly seems like you shifted backward a second, yet we're aware of it. Veyyec, Oswalt, and Aelin,
God damn it.
you guys also suffer 10 psychic damage.
Oh, God, here we go.
It's just like the whole world seems to
Fuck.
almost like shake and like rewind and stutter. The dragon kind of shakes his head as the Inquisitor. Oh, yep. And both of Oswalt's fellow Blood Hunters also suffer that damage.
Need different music.
We do need different music. I mean, you're still pretty far from like the cloud. This is almost like a different effect than like the weird like heavy pulse. This was just like the whole world kind of like jittered. only it were easier to pull up different music. Damn it, watch together.
Follow your heart.
Listen to your heart.
Exactly appropriate, but we're gonna do it anyway.
When it's calling for you.
It's definitely not appropriate.
Oh, Lord.
Oh Lord,
That's always good.
it's shut up, man.
This is my
Oh.
theme music.
I know.
Okay, so as you guys experience this terrible crank back in time, Dylan, in addition to suffering that psychic damage, have a brief flash of like this terrible moment that is almost like overwhelming in its incomprehensibility. The only things you distinguish are like this immense hope of dozens, perhaps tens of thousands of people. Only turns to terror.
Just to reiterate, I felt a lash of hope for thousands of people, and then it turns into fear.
It's like all is like part of this moment, and it's kind of impossible to describe exactly how you experience that. But
Okay, just wanted to make sure I heard you correctly. I try to convey this to Caliban.
All right. Guys, I have that scroll of anti-magic. You think it's time? It only lasts an hour.
we're still quite some time out from Vovar. If you use it now, then we won't have any benefit from it when we get there.
Oh boy. I only have the orb of shielding. It's only one person.
Sounds like we should just wait.
Yeah, I think we can make do until then.
Who? I pass. Oh no, Oswalt, you're up top or down?
I'm up top.
All right, I pass you this. The orb of shielding.
Psychic orb of shielding. Don't I need attunement for it?
Actually,
You have to attune to it. Yeah.
yeah, you have to attune to it. Never mind.
I don't got room for that.
Fuck. I
What
didn't
I
even
will
attune
do-
to it either.
What I will do is use one of my armored healing potions.
Is it too late to say I've attuned to it during that long rest?
Could have if you wanted to.
Okay, thank
3
you.
plus 3 plus 2. Yeah, I got 8 points back.
But yeah, I relate that feeling I got to Calavandor.
Fuck, I should have.
Yes.
No, we're
all
good.
this hope. What does it mean?
Things are going bad already. Don't worry about it, man. Just never been like this.
You're right, I don't get paid to think.
Yeah. That's good
That's
thinking.
true.
Thanks, Oswald.
Is the mind.
You're welcome.
Blessed is the mind, too small for thought. Doubt.
You given me
You don't
little
say.
to think about.
Oh. You guys fly on over the dramatically broken terrain of the Shattered Lands. Which has a cool ambiance picture, so I'll shift you to that for a sec. Oswalt, you know that deep within the Shattered Lands lies Vovar. You fly another hour, couple hours without further weird deja vu incident. Heck, you get a message sent from your cousin. Says to evacuate Oasis, we'll need to focus on helping defend these people. We'll be out of touch for a bit.
Oh.
You can
Was that
respond.
it?
That's all she says. Yeah.
Geez. Well, I'll say we'll do our best to hold down the tower. Best of luck. Hope to the number 2. C, the letter C. U, the letter U. And soon.
And he actually said all of that, so he was like, C, the letter C, so that was 4 words.
You know what I meant.
Yeah, we'll wrap up soon.
And I relate that to the group / camera.
You can shout it out.
I shouted out.
All right. As the Tundrakar continues to soar over the shattered lands, there's another kind of vertigo that passes over all of you. Everyone make charisma saving throws.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Sad. So soon? Are you fucking kidding me?
I lost.
Damn.
Fuck!
Nah,
I would-
know.
Remind Kaladin, you do have a necklace that does give you.
Yeah, we'll see if I take damage first. We'll do 1 higher than last time. God fucking damn it.
Charisma.
I mean, 17's good.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have a plus 10.
Ah,
You got 16 last time?
I rolled a 16 last time.
Okay.
Are you trying to take the
Um,
damage?
As this wave of vertigo washes over you, not like a weird time jitter, but Oswalt, Veyyec, suddenly seems as though the rock and sand below and the sky around you almost becomes thin and transparent, and just seems like behind that, under that, through that somehow, is just more of this red energy stuff. You see a world covered in this that is made of nothing but this. 13 psychic damage.
Jesus.
this is bad.
Sorry, who takes that?
It's Oswald and Veyyec. And then everything goes back to looking normal.
Can I sub out Dinar into this just with a flight?
If this is bad enough, maybe. We'll see
What the fuck?
how.
Yes, and then we're gonna co-DM.
Slave
hold on,
buddies.
Hold on. I rolled a natural 17. Can I get his plus 12?
No.
Damn it.
Everyone
else gets plus 4. You guys should be defending it with me.
Nonetheless, the dragon flies on with increased urgency. You can hear Atandrakar breathing heavily as he increases speed again. The wind is loud enough now that it's very hard to hear anyone, even those people sitting right next to you, without shouting loudly. Another um, of flight. You see on the western horizon perhaps refreshingly natural cloud formation. It looks. It doesn't stretch from horizon to horizon. It starts as like a dark spot, and as you get closer and closer, it just broadens and resolves into what looks like some sort of massive, just like thunderhead of clouds piled on top of each other high into the sky before it eventually disperses. Of these dark, roiling clouds that just crackle with red lightning. Experienced it. It looks a lot like the red wind, except it's just kind of sitting there. And as you get closer, it eventually grows to fill the whole field of view in front. And as lightning crackles once more, particularly dramatic bursts, you see silhouetted for a moment within this cloud an enormous form of something.
Oh, God.
We're in Stranger Things, aren't we?
Oh boy, sure seems that way.
What does the form look like? Can we see it all?
Perception checks to see how well you're able to you definitely see something. Make perception checks to see how well you can resolve it in this moment.
Perception.
Is everyone doing it, or are we just some?
One who wants to.
22.
I would be looking.
Dylan, so most of you see a form that is enormous, although the shape is hard to make out. There's just this like shaped giant shadowy form that's briefly illuminated by this flash of lightning. Aelin, you're able to make out that some of this form looks like enormous, maybe feathered wings of some kind, but there are just many sets of them, kind of all overlaid and overlapping.
What the fuck?
And that's all you're able to resolve in this moment.
I relay that information to the group.
Okay.
You guys are maybe about 10 miles or so out from the periphery of the storm, and a Dndnaturalfun glides down, lands heavily. Now, I guess so. You guys started in the evening through the night. It's not yet dawn. Well, I guess it's a little after dawn. And a Dndnaturalfun kind of lands heavily and just exhales. The Inquisitor says, "Oh, yeah."
You're cut out.
Oh my God.
She said, "Well, we're here." Right? Yes. No.
That's it.
Something like
Oh, that was it.
Yeah. Well, we're here.
As you guys have, oh, sorry,
No.
I was about to say that as you guys have arrived here finally at the outskirts of what you've heard might be one of the most dangerous places in the world, this enormous whirling storm before you, filling your vision. You guys are at Vovar, and perhaps the great intelligence within, or not. Next time.
Oof.
Yikes.
Shut up, Breezy. I know you know what I'm talking about.
The nod.
I saw the breezy face.
Well,
The breezy face of, shit, that thing.
I actually don't know what this is.
I don't know what you're
thought-
talking
I
about.
thought it was a Keveraxian, and I was gonna be like,
Nope.
"Ooh, that could
Nope.
be good."
I don't know what you're talking about.
I feel like you do, and you're
Gil-
lying.
Gil might know.
I don't know.
Okay, well, watch us all die next time. Goodbye.
Oh, thanks, guys.